Coming up this week on the OK Bloomer podcast.
Joey asks if there will be lady campers, and Nick goes, no. And that goes back and forth a few times. And he says, do you still want to go camping, Joey, if there's no lady campers? And Joey goes, yeah, I'll just masturbate to a magazine.
Yeah, that was like...
Better hope you brought a big tent, Nick.
Don't know about the future. Don't.
They don't care about the future, because they live it in the past. Sal and Curtis are taking all 5 seasons of Blossom to task. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll be weak in the knees. This show's got more range than Nick on the keys. Only gal in the house, and that's how she goes. One brother was a junkie, and the other one was. Weekly lessons coming fast in the Russo flat. Blossom's teenage girl problems are as big as her hat. So take your opinionations and make them shine. It's the OK Bloomer podcast, and it's about damn time.
Don't know. Don't know. Don't know.
Born ready.
Recording has started. This is episode 70. 70.
Episode 70. Apparently, this is the 70th episode of the OK Bloomer podcast. I'm Curtis Anderson alongside Sal Accardo, the Phenom, in the booth on the ones and twos. Sal, next time on our Christmas episode, I will bring footage. You have no idea. You have no idea what happened at Strip Down this week. Guess who performed? First of all, a lady.
I don't know. If I had to take a stab at it, it probably wouldn't be a good guess. So
It's really funny because it was one of the biggest guests we've ever had on Strip Down, to be honest. She's playing the Broadway Theater for a Christmas show on December 12th. She is a career musician. She has no job outside of playing like high-paying corporate gigs, and she came and did Strip Down. The wonderful lady's name is Eileen Laverty, and the whole hour I was like, do not call her Arlene McCafferty. So I was fighting against that the whole time. And I didn't want to have to explain that this character is this infamous character from the Blossom podcast I do with my pal Sal, and Arlene was a girl that got used and curbed by the dad. I just didn't want to have that conversation, right? So I didn't want to accidentally just say Arlene McCafferty in the middle of the episode, and people would be like, what just happened? What? Because we're live and everything. Anyway, so we did the episode, and you were there for a lot of years. We tried to do something a little fun to end the Christmas episodes.
Yeah. What'd you have in store this time?
She did a cover of It's Christmas, Baby Please Come Home, arguably the best Christmas song ever written.
Mm-hmm.
And this should be near and dear to your heart, Sal. What is the thing? What is the thing? Pretend we're back in Paris. What is the thing that makes that song amazing, Sal? What is the instrument?
Just some fucking killer sax, bro. Like some killer sax.
That's amazing.
Guess who stepped up and played some killer sax?
The Phenom?
The Phenom.
Stop. No.
The Phenom. I have it. I have the footage.
Hell
I'll send it to you.
Dude.
We'll save it for the Christmas.
God.
We'll start with the Phenom taking the Strip Down live stage, playing with Arlene McCafferty. Playing It's Christmas, Baby Please Come Home.
No, Arlene
Doug.
McCafferty. That's
what I said. Arlene McCafferty. That's who she has become now that the episode's over.
They're all just
you know Douglas, right? Dr. Booty Quiver, Doug, the Dougler.
Yeah.
His
am
job.
aware.
His job is he has a giant sign that says applause, and before and after every song, he runs out now that we have a live studio audience, and he waves the applause sign.
That's his only job?
He burns some energy, everyone wins, right? He's tightly wound. So
Yeah,
this time I turned the sign around and I wrote Christmas on the back, so he was doing the Christmas for the live audience. And then she was like, the snow's coming down, Christmas.
Oh, that's
Social
amazing.
media correspondent Caitlin took the bells from the Santa costume and was jingling them into her mic, almost on tune or almost on time. She did her best. It was
cool.
It was what you'd expect at a stripped down Christmas special. It was amazing.
Sounds amazing. I gotta see
this guy. Sweet fucking sax, Sal. It was amazing. There was so much ties to this.
Just Phenom with the killer fucking sax, bro. Just killer sax from the Phenom.
That's
there
amazing.
There were so many connecting dots that night that I needed you there for. It was just like too many inside jokes with just the Phenom.
I am so sorry that I missed it.
It's okay.
I
I'll
didn't
send
get your
you.
text
I'll send you
until
the
later.
footage.
Yeah, I want to
And
see it for sure.
we'll bring it up.
Nice, man. Nice.
We didn't have
That's
time
awesome.
today, and that's something you end the year on, right? We'll save it for our Christmas episode.
Sure. Save it for next
Episode
time.
70, Phenom. After that huge introduction, you should have brought the sax today.
I think
I
you
would
should bring the
have
sax.
Blossom intro for sure.
Oh my god! I think you should bring the sax every week and just play us in. We don't,
Should just be
That's great.
after we're done watching Blossom. Let's just do like a 45-minute killer sax solo every week.
I mean, I would love nothing more than that. That's
All right.
great.
I've already just like in the first 10 minutes, that's like an hour of editing because we dropped the F-bomb like 7 times.
We did.
Let's move on. 7 F-bombs. It's episode 70. We're crushing this. Like there's only, what did you say? Like 100 and what? 14, 15 episodes?
Yeah, 114 total.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
getting
okay.
there.
Wow.
We're getting there.
We are getting there.
I can see the finish line.
Yeah.
We're going to
It's
get to
wild.
episode 110 and they're like, we're rebooting it.
Absolutely. Weren't they trying to reboot it at one point?
I think every show from the 90s talked about doing a reboot at some point. I mean, I'm sure it's been in conversation for
Joey
sure.
Lawrence just didn't answer his phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
I'm
going
sure
back to
Buzz
that.
is still alive.
Right?
Looks like the Crypt Keeper. Anyway, episode 70.
Yeah. What do we got? What do we got, Phenom?
We got season 4, episode 5, Transitions, directed by Bill Bixby, written by Judith D. Allison and Don Rio. First aired on September 27th, 1993 to 22.6 million viewers. Disney Plus says Blossom returns from Paris to find that Six has a drinking problem. IMDb says Joey and Nick embark on a camping trip. Blossom becomes unnerved by Six's increasing dependence on alcohol. Anthony and Rhonda both admit to minor infidelities. And TVDB says Joey and his dad go fishing together in hopes of bonding. Blossom discovers that Six is abusing alcohol.
Yeah, we get heavy in this one. Like, we're back from Paris and it's like right into the issues, man.
They're talking about the issue, Sal.
They are, man. I wasn't expecting this to be so heavy.
I didn't know what to
you
make of this episode.
Yeah.
It was good. Like I enjoyed way more than I didn't enjoy, but
Right.
it was weird. It was like you expected to get punched in the face and they stomp you on the foot and then you're like, all right, this is how it's gonna go, and then they punch you in the face.
Yeah.
It was that for like 24 minutes. All right.
It
No
really
cold
was.
open. No cold open, Sal.
No.
Which brings
But
us
I wrote
to
here. Right into it, man. They don't mess around. The intro's back. That's another edit.
I didn't even
apologize, but
remember that. It's been so long since I
Yeah.
watched the Paris episodes. Yeah, we're back. We got our feet on
We're
the
back,
ground.
man. The intro's back. Yeah, I'll let you do your thing.
All right. It asks.
We can talk about it.
It asks if I want to skip the intro and Phenom. There needs to be some sax after that. That's the next.
Oh, totally. All right.
2016.
We'll,
We'll do that, and then it'll be like a.
yes, 2016. 10 years ago, we'll do that.
Yeah, and then I'll go forward 10 years, and it'll be 2026. Is it 2026 already? Yeah, I think that's the first time I've ever said
About to be.
2026 aloud. That's why it sounded so jarring. Like, that can't be
Yeah.
right.
And
That can't be right.
Unfortunately, it
it's
is.
2016. Sal's only been gone 2 years.
it would have been 5 years at that point, but close enough.
That's never my strong point. Why I'm doing a
Uh,
Blossom Review podcast.
Yeah, right? that's why we are where we are, Curtis. But yeah, the intro's back. Vinny is still credited in the intro, so he's a main character now.
Yeah.
Buzz and Rhonda take a hike. They're out of here. But will we see them? We see one in this episode, as
We sure do.
Phenom already kind of spoiled.
No, I love
Could
this.
be,
Keep going.
Yeah. No, that's all I got, man. And what else is back, Curtis? What else is back this week?
Corel Draw?
Corel Draw's back.
Yes.
Corel Draw is back. Corel Draw on Nick dressed like an absolute moron.
Right. The ongoing license for Mario Paint, the payment went through, so they're back with their
Yeah.
weird transitions in and out. Okay. And I'm legitimately, Sal, in a weird place with this show. Like, after the 4 Paris episodes, I don't know. I'm like, I want to see what Nick and Vinny are doing. I don't know. I turned this weird corner where I'm just I don't know. Maybe I see the end coming, and I'm kind of
Yeah.
like I'm not dreading the drudgery of week to week of the bad writing of this show that we usually get. I'm like enjoying like the ride home. You know what I mean? Like we're walking out of
Well,
the
that's
woods
good.
now. We're no longer walking into the woods. So I'm kind of like I think I'm soaking it up. I'm trying to appreciate it a little more.
Yeah, that's great to
Yeah.
hear, man. I mean, I don't think you can ask for much this deep into a series, I guess, because this is
Yeah.
usually when things start to jump the shark. Have
And
they had their shark jump moment yet? Have they done it?
that's a
Was
great
Paris
question.
was Paris that moment? I don't know.
No, because jumping the shark is like where you've clearly run out of ideas, right?
Right.
Isn't that what that
Yeah,
means?
true.
I think they were stalling the let's explore the mom coming back into their life for as long as they could, and they pulled the trigger at the right time. So, uh, I don't think I can recall a moment where I could say the show has consistently sucked after that moment,
Right.
because pretty much every second or third episode sucks anyway. So it's like there's a
True.
million mini shark. There's like minnow
Right.
jumps.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
they
I like
just
that.
just when I'm about to turn on this show, then they bring me back with like a great episode,
Yeah.
and everything resets. Yes,
That is
Corel
well
draw
put.
into fishing Nick, and they're going camping, and we have continuity. Sal, what is happening?
I know. I took note of that as well.
They're
They're
acting
actually
like they just got back from Paris,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So if I could take it away here, we learned that Six is coming over to hear all about Paris. Nick
Yep.
and Joey, like Nick's excited Joey's back, so he wants to spend time with him. They're gonna go camping. So everyone comes back. Blossom Six gonna reunite. Joey and Nick are gonna reunite, and I guess Anthony can go himself.
As
But then
per
no.
usual.
But then no. We learn that he's gonna go pick up Rhonda Joe.
We get a
She's
mention of Rhonda,
back, Sal. She's
when he
back.
mentioned Rhonda, I actually kind of like had to do a double take. I was like, wow, they haven't forgotten about her.
And then Joey asks if there will be lady campers, and Nick goes, no. And that goes back and forth a few times. And he says, do you still want to go camping, Joey, if there's no lady campers? And Joey goes, yeah, I'll just masturbate to a magazine.
Yeah, that was like
Better hope you brought a big tent, Nick.
I know. I was like, I hope to God they're not sharing a tent. Before that, Joey's talking about how he's got the boombox all ready to go, and he lists off a whole bunch of CDs that he's bringing with him. Hi-Fi, Boys to Men, and Shy. And then Blossom goes, are you camping backstage at the Apollo? And I go, is that racist as or what? Like, what is that?
I didn't see what he held up. I thought the joke was that, like, yeah, no, that makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I'm glad you pointed that out. I think I was writing and I was like, backstage at the Apollo, was that must just been topical, like. But yeah, no, that's
No,
funny.
it's because
That's racist.
it's because they're racist. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
So we're
Jesus.
off. I mean, we are back. We are full barrels into
Yeah.
what makes Blossom great in a 1993 dated way. Okay.
Yeah. No
I
girls
said-
there, so Joey's got his magazine. Gross.
Yeah.
And then turns out they remembered everything except for the fishing poles.
Yeah.
And that's
Womp,
the
womp,
joke.
womp, womp.
yeah.
And hell, Rhonda Joe is back, Sal. Are we ready to move on?
Oh my God.
So,
am I ever? I think
Rhonda Joe is
Tony
back.
and Rhonda are ready to move on here.
Rhonda is back, which means Rio takes his dart and throws it at the writing wall, and he hits the whole. Oh, I blew my own joke. He throws the dart, and it hits the one wall that says Rhonda and Anthony almost break up, because that's the only
Yeah.
storyline he has for these two. God
It's
damn it!
It's
I
so
was proud
true.
of that.
It's so true. So they're sitting in the car at night at like makeout point. And they're following up on what happened in the previous season.
That's
So more continuity here.
There's been more continuity in the first 5 minutes of this episode than every other
It's
episode,
true.
the last 69 episodes put together.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're following up with Tony confessing to Rhonda about Tiffany, that girl that he picked up in his ambulance. And he confesses to her that they made out in his ambulance. And then Rhonda's super understanding, so you know where this is going.
Yeah.
Tony slowly starts to get paranoid as she's describing, or as she's, talking to him about how cool she is with this. And then she says that she had a very enthusiastic handshake with some guy in New York. And then Tony's like, oh, okay. And then she turns like almost to the camera and is like, very enthusiastic. So basically admitting that she banged some dude in New York,
Yeah.
which is just like, that's Tony and Rhonda. I see they have nothing new for this year for them.
No. Like I said, he threw the dart and it hit the they almost break up wall.
Yeah.
I guess that joke sucks. I'm sorry. It was really funny. I was laughing at it. I can't land it. I can't. The plane just keeps circling. I'll workshop it because next
All
week
right.
it'll be the same thing, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, you got plenty more weeks to figure this out, I'm sure.
Speaking of continuity, I was like, holy hell, they're gonna pan over and in the field, like naked Anthony and Joey are gonna stand up and like they just got back from the alien ship from like 6
Yeah.
episodes ago, and there's been like reptilian replicas of them this whole time living in the Russo house. And then
I would
Arlene
not be
McCafferty's
surprised.
gonna come out and be like, I've got chlamydia.
I mean, that would not surprise me at all.
No. And Nick would be like, just chlamydia? Lighting
didn't get it from
horrible
me.
for this scene.
The
There
car
are
seat?
hard shadows, and I mean, I guess they're in the dark car, but usually
Yeah.
they try. Some Teamster got fired that day. I didn't
Sure.
bring the light. Old man was
I
riding
thought
my
you were
ass.
bringing it.
Foreman was up my ass for the rig. Oh God, I'm done at 4. All right, and then we missed the best part when it starts. Anthony says. Anthony asks her if she remembers Tiffany, and what does Rhonda say? You catch
I
this?
didn't catch it.
She
No.
goes, "Yes, I remember the rich bitch," and I'm not going to beep that out because I'm quoting 1993 Blossom. She drops the B word, 100%. Yeah,
Man, we swear so much that I didn't even notice that.
I was like, Rhonda Joe, like even she's winning me over.
Wow.
I know.
What?
think
You
Rhonda
are turning
Joe's
a
thing-
corner in season 4.
Rhonda Joe's thing should be she just swears. She has like a potty mouth. I think
Yeah.
that would be a great character development, right?
I mean, she needs something to make her
Yeah.
interesting, that's for sure.
Well, they might break up, so you know.
Or maybe not. Are we ready to move on from this scene?
Yeah, I just think that it's so funny that I don't know, man. Like Anthony needs to pump the brakes. Someone's got to tap that guy on the shoulder, remind him he brings nothing to this like relationship, right? Like
Yeah, true.
I don't know. We go to sweetheart. We go to Blossom's room and we get what I was convinced was stunt double 6. Did you pick up on that?
No.
The scene started with Blossom and then like 6's back, and I'm like, that is not 6. That is not 6 because it was framed so weirdly. We never see an over the shoulder shot. Usually they're both, like sitcom. They're both facing
Right.
the camera but talking to each other. And this we just
Yeah.
had like the back of her head and the shoulder with Blossom. I said, we get the back of some girl, and that ain't 6. And then I said, yeah, don't ask me how I can recognize Jenna Von Oy's back at that level, but it's not her. And then
Wasn't going to.
and
Wasn't
then
going
I was wrong. They kind of pull out, and she gets up, and I was like, why would you frame it that way if you were trying to smoke and mirrors the audience? I felt like they had to do like a reshoot, and they just got some girl, but no, Jenna Von Oy.
Bill Bixby trying something new this week.
Yeah, he saw like Saving Private Ryan. It was like, oh, yeah. That was way later than '93, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't think that was out in 93.
No,
He saw Forrest Gump. I don't think that
that's
was out yet
what
either.
it was. He saw Happy
Yeah, maybe.
Gilmore. Like, I'm gonna try some stuff. I'm gonna stagger. Have you guys heard of this thing called the foreground? Oh God, gather around. Don Rio's taking you to school. Get in here, Bixby.
Let me show
We're
you a
making-
thing or two, Bixby.
We're making cinema. You guys heard of that? Cinema. So yeah, so it turns out it was Jenna Von Oy. So it turns out I'm not creepy. 6 calls
Yeah,
her
not
out.
at all.
6 calls her out and was like, so did you and Vinny do it? And
Yeah.
Blossom's vague, which means no. And then 6 is like, I don't care, and starts crushing beers.
Dude, that was
Oh my god!
so. I know that it was like in the description and part of the episode, but her just pulling a beer out of her purse and like cracking it open so casually, and just being like, "What? I'm drinking a beer. It's not a big deal." I was like, "Holy!" They're showing a child on TV drinking a beer. What is
What a
happening?
moment! What? This isn't
Yeah.
even a special episode.
Uh, uh, yeah, I don't know. Was it a special episode or wasn't
No,
it?
we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
Because she just starts like, "Oh hell yeah!" Just stone colding it. Someone's throwing her beers from off camera, and she's
Yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah.
cheersing Blossom, and just Jenna Von Oy going to town, right? And then
Just
I
just
have
crushing beers.
never been more interested, more invested in a Blossom storyline than Six getting pissed by herself in Blossom's room, and then they take us to a fucking tent. Like,
Yeah.
like no, I don't want to cut
Yeah.
away. And I don't know if that's what made me hate this side story so much, but this is one of the least interested I've ever been in a side story. Is these two guys camping? These have
Yeah, it
they
wasn't
had
great.
good chemistry in the past? I was trying to think of like what's wrong here, but I
Yeah,
just
no, they have for sure, and I think you've pointed that out a bunch.
have
Is
I?
that
I can't like nothing
they
came to
have
mind.
they probably have the best anybody in Nick
Really?
is is their like comedic chemistry together. You've praised it on this show.
Trying to think. It's been a while. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that
it
is
has
true.
been.
That is true. Maybe it's just because they were trying to do something serious here. But it just
They
this
were
part
and they
wasn't
weren't.
landing for me. I was like, I don't think something's not working here. No, you're
Yeah.
right. They
Well,
have had
it
really
landed.
good comedic timing, definitely.
Yeah,
But I don't know what
it
they're
landed
trying
for
to
me
pull off
because
here.
Nick still looked like a fucking moron, and he had that like little flip in the front of his hat. Like, was it like Gilligan's Island? Like, I don't know what that was.
I don't know.
It was so stupid.
Yeah.
And
It
and
was
Joey
some
was
nod to
worried
like
about.
the 1950s band Ricky and the Playboys or something. That's the hat he wore.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Joey's in the tent, worried about his hair, and you know what? I really took note. Like, his hair is glorious.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Joey Lawrence did not waste it while he had it. Like, his hair
Oh
was
man,
his hair was amazing.
I am a straight, happily married man, but Joey Lawrence is a beautiful human being. Like this, the whole package from top to bottom. I was like, this is. I could see why the girls in 1993 went crazy for this guy.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
Joey
and-
goes, "Where are we camping? Jurassic Park? What? What?
Yeah, because they're in the middle of nowhere, right? And they're yeah. But Jurassic Park, red hot reference in
I guess.
1993, that's for sure.
Uh,
Yeah, Nick wants them to go to sleep at 7:30 so they can get up early and go fishing. And Joey just starts whining about everything. And then Nick calls him out on being whiny. And I just like Joey's whiny voice here is really funny. Yeah. Uh,
Actually, oh, what is happening, Sal? This is probably the first episode I've ever seen of Blossom where I was pretty meh on Joey.
wow.
I don't
Okay.
know. Feel that? It's the
I mean,
winds
they didn't
change.
really give him a lot of interesting stuff to work with here,
No.
but I mean, again, he's trying to make chicken salad out of chicken, you know.
I wrote they
So-
argue, and I just can't even pretend to care. And I said even the custard in a Tim Hortons Boston cream donut would be like, damn, this is a lot of filler. No, nothing. Did I say
I
it
mean,
wrong?
nothing. I'm laughing.
A lot of
What-
filler.
Just
Huh?
say it again.
Even the custard inside a Tim Hortons Boston cream donut would be like, damn, this is a lot of filler.
Yeah, okay.
One saxophone
This
solo,
guy.
and he's too good for my humor now.
Yeah, so Joey's continuing to whine, and then he agrees that he is being whiny, and then he agrees to stay to do old guy stuff. And then right on cue, thunder and lightning hits, and the tent starts leaking.
Yeah.
Joey starts sobbing, and I just wrote here, I fucking hate camping, man. I really hate camping. Hate it.
It's
Not
the
for me.
worst. No,
It's not
that's
for
great.
me.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Last time we joked about bringing our wives on this show sometime. I'm only going to if you go into how much you hate camping. She enjoys camping, and I don't get it.
Oh
And
wow.
I don't go. I'm like, that's a thing you and your daughter can do, and that can be your thing. And then
Yeah.
every summer they go for a weekend and go camping, and then Phenom and
Oh,
I
wow.
go out for supper and like watch movies in our air-conditioned house.
Oh, sounds amazing. Yeah,
so
no,
nice.
luckily my wife's not into camping either, so it's not something we've ever done, which
Nice.
is fine by me.
Can we move on?
Please.
We go back to Blossom's room. Six
Yeah.
is obliterated and passed out, and Blossom
There's-
sits down and starts stroking her hair. And I said, I usually skip this part. It's the OK Bloomer podcast. Let's go.
Yeah, there's 3 empty beer cans on the desk.
She's a lot. She's like 15-year-old girl. That's probably enough.
Well, no, fair enough. But she comes in stumbling. Blossom's holding her up. She had just puked. She lays her down on the floor. And there's a 4th can of beer on the floor. And then we get Corel Draw to commercial break on 3 empty beer cans.
I thought it was going to pan down and there'd be like 27 empty beer cans. I'd be like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Damn right.
Let's go, 6. More like 16. That's the number of beers that girl
Yeah.
slammed because she's so sick of hearing about Paris, and I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would be too.
Right?
Yeah.
Nick, we're back in the tent.
Yeah.
Joey is
Do
sleeping.
you notice it
in
was
his-
like the longest? It was like the longest too many cooks ever on like the exterior of the tent. And I feel like you know why that was? Because they just had to get in that killer sax solo. They just had to get in the killer sax. I feel like that's the last time I get to do that.
No, it
It was
We're gonna
it
keep
was
this going.
very long. It was a very long establishing shot of like outside of a tent. Joey and Nick are having like a real heart to heart here.
Mm-hmm.
They mentioned that the senior prom's coming up, and I wrote foreshadowing. Future
And-
episode alert.
Yeah. So I wrote he's sleeping in his necklace, which is weird. I missed a joke. And then they go on this weird tangent where Nick talks about when he was a teenager, everyone was smoking and having sex. And I'm like, where is this going? Where is this going,
Yeah.
Sal? Where is this going? And guess where it ends? It was all great, but then someone gave birth to Pauly Shore. Oh, got him, Rio. Got
Yeah.
him.
I took note of that too. But then
Take that,
also,
Pauly
like,
Shore.
it's not just a dig at Pauly Shore. Is that also a dig at Mitzi Shore, his mom?
Oh, maybe.
The founder of the Comedy Store?
I
Like,
said,
does Don Rio have some kind of beef with the Shore family?
said, you collect that scalp, Don Rio, buddy.
Yeah, just out of nowhere, just taking shots at Pauly Shore.
And then
What
did
is
you-
going on?
It wasn't completely wrong, but did you notice that, like, when it went back and forth between the shot of Nick and Joey, like, it didn't quite line up. It was like they were both kind of facing left.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite that bad, but it was like there's. Why are you talking to each other's feet?
Right.
It was weird.
Yeah,
Didn't work.
but I did notice the necklace, and I said, like, what is with the chain around his neck? It's in the very center of the shot.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, are they merchandising this? What is going on? Like, it was just so like it felt like it was on purpose.
He was wearing like Sweet D's Jesus chain.
Yeah, is that what it was?
You see my Jesus chain.
Um,
We get a call back to something I didn't track the first time because Joey's fantasy was that some girl would come walk by the tent and then break her ankle and he'd have to go out and help her. And then
yeah,
that's kind of what happens. And
Yeah,
it reminded me
at-
of the. How many times did I make you watch Mr. T's Be Somebody or Be Somebody's Fool?
I mean, at least once.
Okay. He has this thing where
He's
he's,
had
like,
to make me watch it at least twice, so.
he's like, a real friend is someone who, when you step on a poisonous snake, he sucks the poison out of your toe. And then there's this pause that goes on for too long. Then you hear this guy off camera go, I stepped on a poisonous snake. And then it goes a close up to Mr. T and he goes, I'll be right back. And then he walks off. And that's what this felt like. Because all of a sudden you hear this, my ankle. That's all I
Yeah.
could think about.
Before that, though, they're still talking about the senior prom, and then I didn't quite take note of everything that Joey was saying, but
No.
he was talking about hooking up with some easy girl at the high school, and then Nick was just like, "I can't give you advice on this." Good luck.
Yeah,
And he's
you're
like,
goddamn right you can't give him advice, Nick.
yeah,
He was like,
And he's like,
gross,
it's-
what's
he's
her
like-
name?
yeah.
How old is she?
Joey says the girl is booked until the year 2000, which I thought was pretty funny.
Take that.
And then they do like the Dylan, you son of a bitch handshake, like right in the center of the screen. which I thought was great.
Yeah. Just Nick giving anybody advice on women is always just
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
just rich.
But then, yeah, out of nowhere, you do hear some girl being like, my ankle, I need help. And then Joey, whoa, how's my hair? I don't think there's an actual whoa there, but
The
yeah.
fact that it happened off camera too is just funny. Like they couldn't even get like one of the girls from Saved by the or from like just the 10 of us to come walk by and break her ankle, right? Like didn't have
True.
money for that. All right,
Yeah.
anyway, we move on. We go back
Let's
to
do
the
it.
Russo house.
We're
Anthony is
back.
drinking coffee at 2 a.m. and he's my people. Like my man, just brewing coffee at 2 a.m. I said, Blossom's shirt is epic. I had to pause and wrap my head around it. It looks like someone was playing Mario Maker on her blouse. It's all like
Wow.
it's all like blocks and sky, but like just like when you first sit down, you're like just like filling half the screen with like those
Yeah.
punch blocks and good stuff.
I was too focused on the present that she was wrapping. I was like, what is this monstrosity? And the wrapping paper was so weird. It looked like a first grade art project. There was like stickers all over it. I was like, what is she
that's
doing
right.
here? Like it was, I don't know, it was
She
odd.
came back a different person.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, yeah. He says, Blossom, I flirted with someone. And she's like, I flirted with someone. And I was like, I'm flirting with the idea of finding the infinity block on Blossom's shirt so I can collect enough coins to get a 1-up. And then Blossom says, I don't know why. She's like, hey, Vinny's the best, but no one knows it. I'm like,
Yeah.
we know it, and he's not.
Yeah.
It's actually not correct.
Yeah. Well, Tony's going off on this whole tangent when he comes in the door, and it's about like how he doesn't relate to other humans. And like obviously he's talking about Rhonda, and then
Because he's a reptile replicant from when they got abducted. Take me
I
to
like that
Earth
storyline better.
Capital.
I hope that's the reveal at the very end of the
Sister,
series.
can you take me to Earth Capital? Go on.
I don't know, just the way they're fast talk, like it was hard to keep track of what they were talking about in this conversation, but I actually like the dynamic between the two of these characters. Like their quick wit back and forth is pretty funny. Yeah, so he basically admits that he cheated on Rhonda and then she cheated on him. And then they start talking about Vinny, and then Blossom brings up how he's a decent guy. And then Tony's like, well,
upstairs they hear gurgling because Six is choking on her own puke because no one rolled her on her side.
Yeah, Blossom just left her passed out on the bathroom floor. And then Tony's all like, well, we don't want you to get hurt by Vinny. And I'm like, well, why would she? He's never shown that he's 100% committed to her. Like, I don't know. So the table on the present that she's wrapping is actually for Tony. And the way that he grabs the gift and like opens it so quickly was pretty funny.
It was good. But then
And it's a giant box with a beret in it. But first of all, he was also in France, so he could have bought his own beret. But yeah, he puts the hat on, and then they start making nose jokes. Does the beret make my nose look smaller? And he's like, yeah, well, have you seen your nose, Blossom?
Well,
and
no.
the crowd laughed. I'm like, gee, man.
No, it was worse than that. I think this is the way I heard it. Like, I think this is what she said verbatim. She's like, it makes your nose look smaller, Anthony. And he goes, did you buy yourself one? Damn.
And then like you could even tell by the face that she made that she was just kind of like,
I'd take my beret back.
She better not she better have been cool with this joke written in the show.
Yeah,
like,
it was
the amount of times
jarring.
that they're like, oh, she's not the good looking one. She's, whatever. Oh, your nose is big, Blossom. Like, and the crowd was laughing at her. Like, it really felt like she was not a part of this at all. I don't know if that was improvised or what, but like, holy shit,
Rio was
man.
talking in his ear. He's like, knock this on a pig.
Yeah. Yeah, just odd, man. Just odd.
And then out of nowhere, we jump scenes, and we have Vinny and Blossom reading magazines on the couch.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, Blossom's like, should we send Six to AA? And I was like, sit down. She got drunk once.
Yeah, she comes in all hungover. And then, but then Vinny's advice is basically just like, just let her keep doing her thing. And if she gets too bad, just cut her off completely. And it's like, there's got to be some sort of middle ground there that you can find, Blossom.
And Vinny was also like, wait, what? Like, Six is passed out upstairs? Oh, I think I left my wallet
Yeah.
up there. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back. Don't come upstairs, Blossom.
Oh, there's a documentary on the mating habits of hummingbirds, girl. That'll buy me 22 minutes.
Yeah. So
Dark.
yeah, just
Dark.
like I don't know what they're building up Vinny to be here, but his one scene in this episode, he gave her terrible advice for her friend.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's already being a person, but what do I know, right?
I know Nick and Joey return home singing 100 bottles of beer and the crowd cheers. I don't.
Yeah.
Turns out the ranger girl, here we go, was super fat. So, she has
Yep.
zero value as a human being for these two. They just
Yeah,
left her there.
Yeah, it's it turned out that the ranger was it was a park ranger who was so fat that her ankle collapsed under her own weight. Nick piles on with, yeah, she was a big girl, as big as the great outdoors.
And then Vinny came to make out with her, 'cause that's what he does. Like, oh, cool, another one. I'm
But it's
related to
like-
this one, too.
2 scenes in a row, making fun of the teenage girl with the big nose and overweight girls. Take that.
Yeah, take that,
That's
women
what
of
this show's about.
1993 watching this.
Jesus.
And also,
man.
did you notice that, like, Rio and Bixby figured out how to dissolve in this episode? There's so many
No.
slow dissolves. I don't.
Wow.
Maybe I just noticed it for the first time, but I was like, you guys, that dead horse
first-
called.
The first version of Final Cut came out that
Yeah,
year, so-
totally. And
yeah.
we're back with Anthony and Rhonda in the car again. And I swear the
Yeah.
most interesting storyline this episode was Six getting hammered, and it's been like 45 seconds of this whole
Yeah.
show. That's it.
Yeah. So they're in the car deciding whether or not they're going to continue their relationship. And they decide that they're going to stay together. So I put this toxic continues. And then he puts his arm around her and they're both kind of looking off in the distance. Like neither are convinced about this relationship at all. And the crowd kind of like awkwardly laughed.
Oh,
It was just like a slow zoom in on the both of them, like looking like they're not really invested in this. And there was like 3 laughs from the crowd and it was super awkward. So that's things are back to normal with Tony and Rhonda. We were wondering
speaking
where
about
she
back
was.
to normal, Six busts in, and her and Blossom are late for the movie, and she still wants the deets about Blossom and Vinny possibly banging, and then she complains about being hungover. And girl, you're 16. You don't even know what a hangover is. Like, you can walk that off in like 10 minutes. Go drink a
Right?
cup of water and get 5 minutes of fresh air. You'll be fine.
Yeah. So Six is like talking about how she's been behind all day. So she's like super rushing. She knocks her purse off of Blossom's bed. And then Blossom's like, oh, I'll get it. Don't worry. And I looked and there's less than a minute left in the show. They're not going to wrap this storyline up with a nice little bow, are they?
They don't
Because-
even come close.
No, because Blossom finds an empty Mickey of vodka that was sitting in her purse. Six, take it easy. Yeah, I don't like. There's no joke at the end. Blossom ignores the bottle of vodka, and then they just walk out of the room, and that's how the episode ends.
Not even a to be continued.
No, I was thinking like that's where it has to go, but like they don't wrap up on a joke. They don't wrap up the storyline here. So is this going to be like a constant storyline moving forward? I guess we'll have to find out.
Yeah, I made comment. I said, "That's it."
Yeah,
No to be continued. No, like she grabs Six's arm and they stop. Blossom's just like, no, I really don't want to miss the previews. I'm driving, Six.
yeah, you better let me drive. And that's the end, man.
Yeah, Six
That's
is
like-
going and like putting a little blanket down beside the toilet for when they get back. We can sleep on the floor of the Russo bathroom again.
Yeah, she's just putting it down a towel. So
Lessons, Sal?
before that, I got a question for the
Sure.
Phenom. Phenom, what time is it?
It's time for
Whoa!
or
No.
You guys! Oh my god! You got one too now, Sal. This is the best.
Hell yeah! I'm really trying to make something out of this segment here.
Oh, this is great. This is a whoa for me for sure. I like this episode. It wasn't a super strong, memorable episode, but it was. I would have full marks for them not just having everything back to normal after they got back from Paris. Like, huge
Right.
marks for that, for acknowledging what happened the last 4 weeks and slowly, moving forward.
Yeah, I gave this episode a whoa as well. I felt like we needed to get back to like mediocre Blossom after Paris.
Yep.
Just to let us know that the same show is still here.
Mhm.
The episode had some good moments, and I think maybe it's laying out some storylines for the rest of the season. So it's interesting to see if they like start focusing on continuity here, because I feel like in season 3 it was all over the place. So
We got continuity.
Yeah.
We got dissolves. I mean, I'm very nervous if
Thing-
Rhonda and Anthony are going to break up. There's a lot going on, Sal.
yeah. All right, let's get to some lessons then.
It's not even much of a lesson. My mind is spinning. I'm trying to figure out what I want to take away from this episode. I mean, there hasn't been a payoff of the Six is a Lush storyline yet, so I feel like that's not really a lesson. So the only thing I can think of is that fat girls don't get loving from the Russo boys. That's kind of my takeaway. That's
Well
been,
said.
at least it's consistent, right?
That's true. Yeah.
I don't know what to make of this episode. It was like in a different style, I felt, than what we usually get, between just like the dissolves and the open-ended, like you said, we didn't put a bow on it. Then we're like,
Yeah.
here's the lesson, okay? It's like, well, all right, we're gonna deal with Six drinking now, and yeah, it felt like part 1 of 2, with no like to be continued cliffhanger thing. And I
Right.
just wrote to end my thoughts. Can we put like linear writing in the pit? I guess.
Yeah. Well,
Proceed.
I mean, that's pretty good, because in the pit, nobody is in the pit this week. But I put TikTok, Rhonda. TikTok.
She fights another
And
day.
I wanna-
does she?
I want to end off. Well, yeah, she has an expiry.
There's a couple
we
reasons
know that for
Bill
sure.
Bixby keeps her around, and Don
Yeah.
Rio. A couple big reasons they keep that actress there.
Yeah. And my final note is, where's Buzz? Buzz is missing. When are we going to see Buzz again?
Put him on milk cartons.
Yeah. We totally should. That's all I got.
That's good stuff. Wow, no pit characters. It was a good episode. I don't know why. I was so happy to be back watching like a normal episode. It's been a
Agree.
while, because you think we
Agree.
did Paris, and then before that it was like a couple kind of heavy episodes leading up to Paris.
Yeah, we had like the 6 being bulimic episode, which actually turned out to be making fun of it more than a
Yeah.
very special episode. But yeah, the last few episodes were kind of heavy, and
Yeah.
then Paris was a completely different style. So as I said, it's nice to get back to mediocre Blossom here, just base level Blossom.
Sometimes you got to champion mediocrity. I've made a career out of it.
Nice.
I'm good. I got no.
Yeah.
I'm legitimately excited to see season 4 progress. I feel like we're off to a way better start than we were with season 3.
Yeah,
I feel
I'll
like
agree
they've
with
got a
that.
plan, and I can't stop thinking about what you mentioned the last few episodes, where they've got to be thinking this maybe is the last season.
Yeah.
They probably
feels
didn't
like
know
it.
if they were going to do one more, or they're going to start to wrap it up, and maybe that's why we're like suddenly focusing on continuity, because they're in the same mind frame I am, where it's like it's not a grind anymore. Like, let's cherish these moments while we could still have them, because we could see the end
Right.
coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good take.
Yeah, fun.
All right. What do we got next?
Phenom.
Next week, season 4, episode 6, Kiss and Tell.
We'll see. Maybe we may pause this and do something cool for Christmas, because I think next week would be our Christmas episode. We'll see.
You might
Maybe
be right.
something. We might have something, a surprise in store for those bots that watch our show.